Well, he attack me. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now, move settings nation. And we no need no ladder. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase and that one we go bring on another reason for the topic of current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, just a pass through. But to like the reason and of course to like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the like button. Now let's get right into the reasoning. Now, nation, Isaac Buchanan has responded to Indicom's request to have the police force removed from Nzinga King's investigation. Meaning they want to conduct the investigation independently without any involvement from the police force, which should have been the way it was since day one. And maybe the added involvement of the police is why this investigation is dragging on this long. Now, attorney Isaac Buchanan, who is representing Miss King, said, based on statements and evidence already collected, it is clear Miss King was assaulted and battered and that the cops must be charged. Now, nation, if you agree that justice must be served, more you drop some like on the video. More you use the comment section for express yourself right now. Now, nation, the official story reads, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson says that the Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, has now taken over the probe into the trimming of the 19-year-old Rastafarian woman in Four Paths police station in Clarendon. Anderson also admitted that the investigation holds special importance as it has led to an important national conversation, as this has now gained international notoriety. He says, and I quote, "It's important on a number of levels. I think the main one is that beyond the actual case, the JCF itself has to have a conversation about the reactions to different groups in society. In this case in particular, Rastafarians. But he said a wider conversation must be had about how we treat members of our society. Now, as it relates to calls from society to give us results of what is taking place with the probe itself, Indicom said, as the investigation carries on, the gathering of statements and interviewing of people and the completion of the report, we don't give a running commentary on the daily progress, and we said that when the report is completed, it will be submitted and forwarded to the legal department of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. The Commissioner also stated that the entire constabulary force is waiting to hear whether or not Indicom recommended criminal charges in the matter or breaches in our own rules and policies, he said. Now, breaches in their own rules and policies, meaning officers would not face the full extent of the law. It would be handled in-house. The constabulary force would hand out what they consider as punishment. Now, if criminal charges are brought, then the law of the land will be applied and the full weight of the law will be on the shoulders of the police officers involved in this major atrocity. He also pointed out that the incident was not consistent with the policies of the force or most of its members, as other police officers themselves have voiced the fact that the officer involved, is indeed wrong, and has also pointed to the fact that her actions, along with everybody else who played their part, has set back the security forces as it relates to community relations. And remember, Clarendon is one of our parishes on the Jamaican island that is going through high rate of shootings and what the JCF has dubbed as a crime wave. Now, the Commissioner also took the opportunity to assure members of the Rastafarian community that they need not be concerned that the JCF has any grievances or discrepancies with the Rastafarian community. And of course, that statement was needed because the Rastafarians have always pointed out the Coral Gardens in this incident, and that is still fresh on the minds of Rastafarians. Because if you think of the fact that the security forces in the country that you are native to took it upon themselves to carry out a campaign to eradicate the movement. And the movement is not a violent movement, it's a spiritual movement, but yet still the security forces were called upon to eradicate and eliminate Rastafarians, and them still feel that wound fresh in their minds today. So to see a young Rastafarian female being trimmed while in the custody of the police, there is no reason. This is not a case where you can say it was provoked or unprovoked. No matter what you say, her locks is off limits. That now have nothing to do with enforcing the laws of Jamaica. Trimming someone's dreadlocks. And if the police commissioner point out, say, oi, that not in the book. That not nowhere in the book. There is no rule. There is no protocol that you can say you are following while you did this. But not so why the investigation that takes so long. While other officers were seen on TikTok and them draft them up right away. Some would say it is because of the video footage. And there's no denying actual video footage. Unless you say the video footage was tampered with. You can prove that. But their faces were clearly shown and they were dancing and enjoying themselves and things of that matter. They also revealed that eight other officers are facing similar charges. Why is it that the officers are involved in this particular situation has not faced any disciplinary action? Some would say maybe the JCF is waiting to hear what Indicom has to say. And if it is not that Indicom is going to recommend criminal charges, if they were to put disciplinary actions in place before, would they then put the same disciplinary actions in place again after Indicom's ruling? So some are saying maybe they are waiting. Some of them are drag it out. And them hope that Indicom's recommendation is not criminal charges. Because as well the commissioner himself has said, this case in particular open a national question with the way police Jamaica, the way they interact with citizens on a day-to-day basis. Are they causing more problems in the streets than they're actually solving? And that's definitely a conversation that should be had. You have a thing right now. Now certain jobs, the ask you if you have, or if you have ever done a customer relations course, especially in the tourism sector and other sectors like that. The police force need it, because police interact with civilians on a day-to-day basis. Not all of them, but especially the ones who do. They often be trained on how to talk to people too. Because it's like some of them don't know how to do it. Some truly do not know how to conduct themselves after putting on the uniform and being issued that state rifle. None of them feel like them are carried to and a yearn. You are there to do the job paid for by Jamaican tax dollars. Paid by who? Jamaican citizens. So why are there no respect for the civilians? Whether them are dreadlocks, whether the girl them are wear weave, regardless. And as one of our lawyers stated, we now just start about the trimming alone. We are going as far as to say the officer will spray the pepper spray on the taxi, will cause the chain of events. It have to start from this to as well, because you can't just try arrest a driver for not wearing mask. Looking at the car and realize that everybody else have the mask and decide to you're going to spray your pepper spray in there on the people in eye. You can't do that. You know what going on to Twickenham Park. But the officer them are train the officer them something if you happen. These people do not know how to conduct themselves when in the streets with other civilians. And it make them own job twice as hard, because think about it, there is no way you can have a state without police. So all the discrepancies that we have with the officers have to be fixed. And not all officers stay so. A few in the force. But the state need officers. The state needs soldiers. Civilians cannot be called upon to do it themselves. What we actually need better training on how to handle these situations. Because not like we want them removed. We want them better trained, better prepared to handle 21st century crime issues. This is not the 90s. Think about it. Vice the one called Jaden Chase, the dancer correspondent, the guys represented by Simon Mind. I know if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through. But I like the reason, and of course, I like the point of view. Well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them to check out the channel, check out the reasoning, join the discussion, the comment section up 24/7. Never lock yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. You know there's something going for those who don't. You man move settings fam. And my sentiments for you and yours are gonna live, love, and prosper until we reason again.